Welcome to A Shot of Joe, the place where you come to get enlightened and get empowered. Make sure you click that little button below to subscribe to my channel. I'm posting new videos all the time, keep you up to date on what's happening in the energy world, but also give you tools that you can use to move forward in a positive way. And you're doing this work for a long, long period of time. One of the things that comes up a lot is forgiveness, because the ability to forgive someone is very important as we go forward. It's a really critical piece of doing high-level energy or spiritual work, whatever you want to call it. And the bottom line is you have to be in this space where you can forgive another person in order to really let that energy go and move your life forward. The reason I call this one, no fake forgiveness, is because I'm going to use that term. I know it may sound a little harsh, but the reason I say no fake forgiveness is people, after, like I said, I've been doing this for many, many years, and people would always talk about, their parents. And a lot of our anger or upset or issues, of course, go back to our parents, which is part of our karma and part of what we came to do. But needless to say, we're still human and we have these emotions. And people would say things to me, and this was the one phrase that I knew told me that the person did not get deep enough to make the forgiveness count. And that is, they did the best they could. So they would talk about the mother, they would talk about their father, whatever they did to them, whether it was abusive or emotional or physical or whatever, and say, well, my father was an alcoholic and he did the best he could, or my mother was this way, she did the best she could. So I want to frame this out in a way that you could utilize it. Did they do the best they could? Yes. Based on their limited ability, they did what they could do in the situation for you. That was the best they could do for themselves. Now, when we say best, maybe in their energy, the best they could do, could they have improved? Maybe, but doesn't matter. That being said, once you say that's the best they could do, and I realized that, and I kind of walked away from it, you still did not forgive them emotionally. And this is where the rubber meets the road. So in order to clear the energy and have actual forgiveness, because forgiveness goes with compassion, and those two things link together. So for you to have true forgiveness, you have to be able to say, emotionally, I have dealt with the pain. I have dealt with the sadness, the anger, the upset, whatever it is. And I finally got to a place where I can now have compassion, not just say, well, they did the best they could and walk away, and then also forgive them on a deeper emotional level where you really understand their journey. I went through this with my parents, and it was one of those things where I was in the same boat. So I'm not here saying anything that I didn't experience, because I thought I had forgiven my parents until I got deeper into the work and then realized I didn't. I did on some level, but I really had to sit with it. I had to cry. I had to feel sad. And then I understood their pain and their limitations. And then I was able to really forgive them. So don't get caught, because fake forgiveness will keep you in a trap where you don't really let it go, and you're still holding it, and it's going to keep causing you pain. So examine yourself and make sure you've gotten down there and you really forgave them. It's going to open up a whole new world for you. So have fun. Enjoy this process. Don't forget, takes time. There are layers to these feelings. So just keep going in. And once you can bring up your parent and really sit with it and say, wow, I really feel for them and I have compassion, you're there. Good luck.